Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's Cece here, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe, join the family. But today I'm so excited to introduce you to, well, my babies, but I guess it's not the only babies I'm giving birth to this year because I am 38 weeks pregnant right now. She's cooking nicely in there. Have to admit, I knew I'd be birthing new products this year, but I didn't realise that I'd be birthing a tiny human. I'm just birthing things left, right and centre these days. And I'm so excited to introduce you to my babies and newness from my brand Hot Ombre Cosmetics. So I do want to get into how I have built my brands over the years. Of course, I've created Hot Ombre Cosmetics. It was born in 2019. But we've just relaunched today. And I also created Castaway Beauty, Castaway Hair, which was initially Hair by Cece. That's been going for around 4 years now. And I really want to inspire you, especially in these times that are challenging, and we're realising that building something for ourselves is so essential because, I mean, job roles are clearly unpredictable these days, and it is amazing being your own boss, a challenge for sure. But the main point is, if you have a dream, I want to encourage you to pursue it. Don't stop. I have never stopped until I've kind of reached my goal, or I'm still on a journey to reach many goals. And I have a few really important tips and pieces of advice that can kind of help you to make the leap and to understand the process a little bit more. I always say it's better to risk failure than to not start anything at all. Like, the impossible journey is the one you never begin. So before I kind of get into the nitty-gritty of how I've built my brands and how to build a business, just my general advice and experience, I have to introduce you and tell you the story about my existing brands, of course, and all things new with Hot Ombre Cosmetics. I wish I could hold them all in my hand. The Hot Ombre journey started in 2016 in my mind, but 2017 in development. I wrote down on paper what I wanted. I'd already had a couple of years experience trying every liquid lipstick that had launched under the sun, and I knew that I needed to find the perfect formulation and blend, because I was pioneering the lip ombre trend, if you remember, back in like 2014, and still to this day, you know, pairing two shades together to make your lips look plump, to create the perfect blend. And ombre means the perfect blend between light and dark, and that's what makeup is all about. Multi-tonal ombre shades on your face, lips, eyes. We ombre our eyes, we ombre our contour. As a human race, we are ombre between light and dark, so inclusivity, cruelty-free, vegan, all of these factors were coming into my head, and I was like, I need to pinpoint this. And because the hot topic was my ombre and contoured lips going viral at the time, I was like, Hot Ombre Cosmetics is what my brand is going to be called one day. So I wrote it down, I started drawing my lip kits, I started pairing shades together that I knew would complement each other for the perfect ombre lip. I was back and forth for about a year with different suppliers, factories, and endless time and money that resulted in failure at first, to be honest. I thought it was never going to happen. I was lucky enough to then meet my business partner. Luck? I don't know about luck, because I was looking for a solution to help me build this brand. It's not like it fell on my lap, because when you want something, you put it out into the universe, and if you're voicing it, someone's going to hear it and they're going to come back and help you realise your vision. I truly, truly believe that. So let me just touch on a few of my lip kits just to begin with. We have the original collection that launched a year ago, but they've been relaunched. Same formula that everyone loves, and if you haven't tried it, you need to try it. It's like budge proof, lasts 8 hours plus. Even with mask wearing, they do not budge. These lips are not being disturbed. But we have 5 shades. We have Burnt Brulee, Scorched Candy, Fire Alarm, Toasted Peach, and Desert Grunge. They have done phenomenally over the past year, and I'm so grateful for your support, and I've been so eager to release the 5 new shades that we've released today, which are Midnight Cherry, which is a gorgeous mix between like a mulled wine and like a cherry ombre. It's so beautiful. And then we have Velvet Grape, which is the perfect mix between like that deep purple, velvety, rich shade mixed with like a pop of grape in the centre that really adds the vibrance. Again, you can wear these on their own, you can interchange them as well, but they have been made to perfectly complement each other. Then we have Naked Sunset, what I'm actually wearing right now, and this is just the most beautiful metallic ombre. So the naked side, step 1, is just a really gorgeous like brown toned nude, like really like a biscuity brown, and then the sunset is the shimmer that goes on top to add the dimension and shine, but without the transfer. That's fastly becoming my new favourite actually. And then we have a Coffee Whip, which, girl, she is divine. So good you could eat her. Each lip kit clearly identifies step 1 and step 2. So step 1 is coffee, step 2 is whip. Again, a gorgeous peachy nude. And then we have Beach Please, which is the lightest lip ombre nude combo. Step 1 is like the beach side, which is the gorgeous sandy light nude, and then Please is a little bit of sassiness, a little bit of like peachy coral tones in the middle there. And for any girls that love a really light nude, this is gonna be your go-to. So we're selling them in bundles. We've got the original collection and then also the new collection. We will be releasing more bundles. Oh, and also you get a hot shine balm in all bundles. It can be sold separately as well, but this serves as your step 3 as part of your lip ombre routine, and it smells so gorgeous. In fact, they all smell like cupcakes, like vanilla cookies. Oh, but I've specifically had Hot Shine Balm formulated to glide over the top of all the lip kits, but to not pull the product or to interfere with the shades or the colours themselves, and it's still transfer proof. But if you like to rub your lips together and feel like a little bit of hydration, then pop this on top. But I have to admit, of course, I wasn't going to create a liquid lipstick that felt crusty when it was matte. It feels so silky on your lips and soft, even when it's not topped off with any balms or glosses. And of course, they're called Immortal Matte lip kits for a reason, because they just do not budge. I promise you, everyone that wears it is like, this does not transfer or come off, even when I eat, even when I wear masks. And for that, I'm really proud. To get a long-lasting lipstick that isn't drying, it's a challenge. We're selling all 10 together as well, so the original and the new collection together, including the Hot Shine Balm. So if you fancy trying them all, then that's going to be the best way to kind of make some savings and try every shade, which you need to. And then, did someone say lashes? This is where the real newness comes in, guys. I'm so excited to let you know that Hot Ombre have launched their first line of lashes. These are faux mink lashes, synthetic hairs, and so soft, fluttery, but for sure make a statement. So these are the style Risque. We have 5 different styles. We've also got Hustler, Baddest for the bougie looks and for more full impact makeup looks that you want to go for. And then we have Sultry, which are like the ultimate individual lash look strip lashes. As I said, all of our products are completely vegan, cruelty-free, inclusive, and that means of all ages, all skin tones, and all genders. And I'm just so excited for you to get hold of them. So we also have some accessories. I'm really excited to show you the Hot Ombre vanity cases. So our makeup bags are just so gorgeous with, I mean, these are my lips, guys. I'm absolutely gassed to have my lips all over everything. So I'll be packing this with some makeup for my hospital bag. Best believe I'm going to be wearing makeup to give birth in. I should probably tell you the prices of everything actually, shouldn't I? So each lip kit is £18, but of course you get 2 for the price of 1 in each kit, essentially 2 liquid lipsticks for £18. The bundles, I think for 5 should be £90, but we've discounted it down to 70, so that's a way of making savings. Ultimately, if you buy bundles, you're going to make huge savings. The lashes are £8 each, or 2 for £12. The makeup bags, I think, are £14.99. £10.99. I'll obviously leave all of the products in the description below so you can grab and know exactly what the prices are and what you fancy. And we have one more little makeup bag with something inside, but I can't show you what's inside this for I don't know how long. Hopefully only a few more weeks. I'm hoping that what's inside here will launch by Christmas. We will see, but let's put it this way, we're not stopping at lip kits and lashes. So they are all of my babies that I've been working so hard on. I'm going to be releasing tutorials throughout the week, the lip tutorials that I know that you guys love, and I'm going to be showcasing each shade, how to wear it in different ways. There's just lots of content coming, so stay tuned. Be sure to follow Hot Ombre Cosmetics on socials to keep up with everything. We've actually just launched a PR search, and you have one more day left to enter a giveaway for a Louis Vuitton bag if you follow myself and Hot Ombre. It's just to give back to celebrate this launch, so be sure to head to my Instagram and you'll be able to see, because it's got a Louis Vuitton box right on the grid post. So lots of things to celebrate. Let's get a little bit more into how I started. Dr. Pepper, it's my craving right now. So everything starts with a vision, as I've already touched on. And something that I feel is important to say is that it's better to put something out that isn't perfect than to work for years on something that you're never going to be happy with, because reaching perfection isn't always possible. So for instance, a year ago when I launched Hot Ombre, there's so many things I would do differently now, hence the relaunch this year. I'm so proud of what we initially created and what we put out and how it's done, but I knew the improvements straight away that I wanted to make after we launched. I was like, hold on, I think I want to improve on this. I think I want the packaging to be like this. Like, there was always new ideas and improvements that I wanted to make, which is why we've redesigned the bottles. I have to say the formula has always been on point, but that's why I wanted to redesign the bottles to be a little bit more chic and simple. Our original bottles I loved, but we grow, we move, and the first thing to note is it's better to put something out and learn from it and to grow than to not put anything out at all. But all these factors are really important, because you may be sitting on something right now and think, oh, it's just not good enough. But do you know what? It might be good enough to plenty of people, and whilst you only have one chance to really launch a brand or a product, you've got plenty of chances to improve. Learn about what your customers want, learn how to refine a product. I know there's that saying like, go big or go home, but if that's too overwhelming and that's stopping you from even dipping your toes into the water or into, you know, something that could be amazing, then downscale it, downsize it. You don't have to go big or go home. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. I'm gonna reel off loads of cheesy things throughout this video, but make that first step, no matter how small it is. That's what I'm saying. So to build a brand, if you already have a following, you need to understand who your following is, who your customers are. If you don't have a following, you want to build a brand, then you need to figure out who you want your target audience to be. Who are you appealing to? What is your product? And then it should be marketed towards who your target age range is, even though it'd be beautiful if it was inclusive. Not everything appeals to everyone. What I think would help is me telling you how I actually started to monetize my audience before I even realised I was a blogger, and how I actually started my hair brand, Castaway. So I'm actually wearing one of my Castaway wigs right now. It was called Hair by CC back in the day. I think I started my hair brand about a year after starting my blogging journey. Whatever I was doing, I was teaching makeup online. I didn't even know I was a blogger. But what I did know is that tutorials and trends that I was keeping my eye on and then doing tutorials based on were being picked up. People wanted to access these products. So I don't know if you remember back in the day, I had this lip plumper device shipped over. I think I've told this story in a story time before actually. But to cut it short, I basically did a few videos plumping my lips with this device and realised that there was a market in the UK for it. So I had them shipped over and overnight sold thousands. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even have thousands, I've only been sent like 50. So we had to ship loads of these products over in the next couple of weeks, and that was when I realised the power of Instagram and marketing, you know, essentially free marketing, because all I'd done is put it out myself. But I was thinking, these are someone else's products. If only I had actually created these products, then I'd be laughing. So it got me thinking, with all the wigs that I was wearing, people wanted to get hold of my wigs. They thought I was dying dyeing my hair, but I was actually dyeing wigs and sewing them together to create these different looks. That was before Kylie started wearing hers, and then as soon as she wore hers, everyone wanted wigs, and I was like, damn, I need to get on this. So what I did was sewed and dyed some wigs together, and I just tirelessly searched online for factories. Alibaba and AliExpress are like the hub of all things that are manufactured like in China. So essentially all products come from China, whether it's like hair or plastic or even cosmetics. Like there's cosmetic factories in the UK, so I use a mixture of a factory in Liverpool in the UK and then in China, because even the ones in Italy or in the UK, they still get their supply actually from China to then make it here. So it's just more expensive because you're actually adding another step to the process. So you're going from China to Italy or to the UK to them to your factory or your warehouse. But lots of different factories kind of supply different purposes. But I ended up finding someone that made a synthetic version of the human hair wigs that I was making in China. So I inquired through Alibaba, found someone that stocked loads of wigs, but I was like, no, I want to actually make my own. And they said, sorry, we cannot. And I said, surely you can. And they said, oh, we can send out these colours to you. And I said, okay, brilliant. So they sent me out a whole colour ring, and I was like, yeah, this is what I wanted. So I specified, I said the root needs to be this length, the colour needs to be this length, the density and the thickness and everything needs to be X amount, and they made it, and it came back and it looked terrible. It took a further like 5 to 10 samples of just one wig to get right, and it cost money and time. But it was possible. You have to ask people that are selling goods if they actually do custom orders. What's the price of that? What's the sample? How many do I have to order minimum? So for instance with Hot Ombre, the process of that, we could have just put our name on an already made formula and there would have been no minimum orders. So this is something that you could do actually, whether it be in hair or makeup. You can order things that already exist, already made, so a liquid lipstick that is just the formula that they have made, and you can just put your name on the bottle. That's a possibility because it's already made. There's not normally minimum quantities, but if you want to actually create something, you have to order minimum. So for Hot Ombre, we developed that from scratch. I was literally mixing colours together, like an eyeshadow mixed with a lipstick, mixed with a paint to make the perfect shade. And I was like, this is the one I want. And then we'd scoop that into a sample pot. It would go to a lab. We have to test it all. It's a lengthy process, but that is possible for you as well. But white labelling, is it white labelling? I don't know. When something's already made and it already exists and you put your name on it, that is possible. And I bet you there's a lot of brands that we buy from that do that. My lashes, for example, there were hundreds of lashes to choose from. Hundreds. I could have had ones that were already made, but it just so happened that I was sent some mink ones and I was like, I really like these, but they need to be in smaller clusters and they need to be cruelty free. I'm not going to be selling mink eyelashes. So we had to then make them, which meant a minimum order of X amount, you know, thousands per unit. That was something I was willing to invest in. Banks will actually invest in your business if you have a good proposal and a good plan. So that's always possible. But there are investors out there, and there are people that are seeking to invest in businesses that they don't necessarily want to have a part in, like they don't want to be creatively involved, but they want to invest their money into someone that has a good idea that they believe will become successful. And in that case, you can then go and have something made and create something from scratch. Going back to the wigs, sorry, I'm chopping and changing my stories, but they do all marry up. I ended up getting that sample back and I was like, yes, this is the one. And then we had them made in different colours and we just kept kind of churning out more wigs. I did have a few wholesale wigs on there, so ones that I didn't have to create, that I just bought in bulk from China and then obviously marked up accordingly. But now all of the wigs that I have are custom designed and made by, well, not by me, but designed by me, and they're made for Castaway. However, there's newness coming with that. That's gonna have a switch up next year, so stay tuned. Again, it's all about growth and learning from what works and what doesn't work, what people like, and you have to reinvent yourself and your brands. My journey is basically all about reinvention. I don't have one aesthetic. It's a different hair colour, it's a different mood, it's a different vibe, it's a different Instagram theme, it's a different everything each week, and I live for it. I love change and I love newness. I just think it's so exciting to keep things fresh and new and vibrant, and to keep up with new trends is really important. But things don't happen overnight. I mean, I was packing and sending from my house and shed for Castaway for a couple of years at least, and then Buzzy was, and now we do have a warehouse in the UK and an amazing team, which is really great. And with Hot Ombre, I mean, all the components, I have to admit, they come from different places. So the formula is made in one factory, the bottle is made in another factory. Of course, the design team are then based in the UK, and all of that has to marry up, and then the actual packaging is made in another factory. So all of these things are just all separate components that have to marry up together, and it takes time, and it's tricky to figure out, but it's not impossible. And my advice, if you don't have loads of money to start from scratch and develop something, especially if you're not sure on even what you want to achieve, is to find products that you can essentially put your name on it. So there's a really, I'd say they're quite famous now, brand on Instagram. I won't name them, but they started by shipping in palettes from China. They hadn't formulated any of the eyeshadows, very cheap, but they're affordable to all of us. So we all tried them. Now they've become huge, and investors have approached them to obviously refine and formulate their own products, and now they look premium. And it's crazy for me, because 6 years ago I was receiving things thinking, oh, this is cheap, I've seen this online, I've seen this on Alibaba and AliExpress. But they started somewhere, they knew they wanted to create a brand. So perhaps do that, perhaps buy in bulk, whether it's lashes or cosmetics or jewellery, and start building that brand. Make a noise, shout about it. With the right marketing, you can actually make it look like it is your own, and then by the time you're successful, you can obviously have people come in that will develop. You'll learn along the way, and then you will definitely learn how to actually create your own products throughout that process, I promise you. In an ideal world, it's best to be unique, it's best to create something that doesn't exist, but I just want to help you start your businesses. You know, I'm the type of girl that's like, oh my gosh, if I'm buying candles, I want to buy my friends' candles. Can you make candles? And before you know it, she's got a candle business. But then it soon switched to a nail business, because I didn't realise that my best mate had a hidden talent and she could like do some seriously amazing nail art. And I was like, why don't you do nails? I didn't even realise you could, because she showed me some designs. And nearly a year on, she has a successful press-on nail business, and I'm so pleased for her. It's not going to stop there. I want her to like mass develop her own press-on nails to be in the shops, and I just get so passionate about helping people achieve these things. If they want to do it, I'm like, you can do it. I get way too passionate. They look like acrylics, they last for 2 weeks with just nail glue, and she nearly didn't start that. And what was the harm in just trying that out? It may not have worked out, and she initially said, oh, I don't think people are going to want press-on nails. Well, how do you know? How do you know until you start? And she did. And then lockdown happened. I mean, I wouldn't wish lockdown again on anyone, but for some businesses it's detrimental, and for some businesses, like, you cannot get into a salon, so press-on nails are thriving. The timing can work out in your favour or not, and that's life, unfortunately or fortunately. I desperately want this virus to go away as much as all of you, and it's horrendous. But if there's anything good that can come out of it, let's try and make the most of our time in lockdown. If we're furloughed or if we have these business plans, I would actually love to be a mentor or an investor for any young entrepreneurs out there that have amazing ideas but can't seem to put the puzzle pieces together and pursue them and to realise them and bring them to life. I don't know how helpful this video is. I feel like it's a mixture between announcement of my new launch that I'm really proud of, an inspiring pep talk, and maybe a bit of advice on how to start a business. I feel like if there's any questions or anything specifically that I can answer that could help you, please ask the questions below, because I really do want to help you. I just want to help you guys and anyone that has a dream, because I know that I've appreciated the help over the years, like anyone sharing any information, or I mean obviously I can't give you all my contacts because that's confidential information to everyone that I work with, but do you know what? If I could, I actually would, because I want everyone to thrive. I'm not the kind of girl that's like, oh, I hope no other makeup brands come onto the scene now because I want Hot Ombre to be the, like, no, there's going to be other brands. Hot Ombre is an indie brand. I'm so proud of what we've done, but I ultimately want everyone to be achieving their dreams. So if that means we all make cosmetic brands, then brilliant. Let's all just use each other's makeup and call it a day. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really sure where I'm at now with this video, but write down your goals, sketch out what you want, what you're envisioning, and don't stop talking about it either. So talk about it to your friends, your family, new people, because you never know who you're talking to. So a lot of my ideas or plans, or even with management and music, I've been in the room and I've voiced, like when I say speak it into the universe, I'm literally saying speak it into existence of people that are around you, because you never know what they can do or what power they have or what resources they can provide you. I've been sitting in a room and been like, I really want to bring out a single, and or I really want to go to LA, or I really, you know, I know it's not that easy, but it's like it can happen where someone is there that says, I know someone that could help you out. Yes, brilliant. Just keep speaking about the things you want and then obviously put them into action. Don't just keep talking about it and not doing anything though. Obviously do your research. As I said, if you want to create any brands or businesses, Alibaba, AliExpress and anything manufactured in China is the first place to start with. Anything that's kind of mass made, even things that you want to have made like bespoke. This is the Lopez wig, which is a hard front. You can wear it as a wig, but I've actually taken a little bit of my own hair and put it in front because it blends quite well. Don't know if I've missed anything. I probably have. So again, let's just chat in the comments so I can help you guys or just answer any of your questions. But thank you so much for your support on Hot Ombre Cosmetics. It's been an amazing relaunch and I'm very proud of you all for being such a supportive community as well, and I'm just desperate for you to try these because they genuinely are the best liquid lipsticks, I promise you. There's more newness coming, you're gonna love. Let me know your dreams or your business plans below, like no matter how silly you think it might be or how much you think that people wouldn't really care about it. I do. I want to hear what your plans are below, so put it out to the universe, write it down below. Even if it's a small business making friendship bracelets, I want to hear about it. Please, please. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, beauts. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, I can't wait to share more of this crazy journey with you. Oh, is that a labour pang? Oh my goodness, I keep thinking that I'm like contracting. I mean, I could literally give birth any day now. I'm not due for another like 10 days, 2 weeks, I don't know. But I've started to feel like my body's preparing itself. Ah! Oh, for anyone that obviously is waiting for my next vlog as well, I'm doing my hospital bag. Thank you again for watching, and I'll leave all the links to the Hot Ombre newness below. Let me know what you think once you've tried it, or if you already do love Hot Ombre, let me know what your favourite products are as well. But I'll see you on the next one. Love you lots, beauts. Mwah. Bye.